Moving on to our next story. This one makes me kind of sad, but also kind of confused. So let's talk about this right now. So, Tetsuya Nomura is apparently reconsidering future simultaneous worldwide release after Kingdom Hearts 3 was leaked. Now, we talked about these leaks a while ago. I think we talked about them on Season 2 of Keikaku Korner, actually, before we went live.
Right.
And these leaks are obviously very frustrating, don't get me wrong, and I can understand why Nomura would be upset, but it's just very weird to me because, so here's where he said it. By the way, this article will be linked down below in the description box. It says in an interview with game news website Famitsu posted on, this was Thursday, this was a few weeks back, 2 weeks back, I believe, with the Kingdom Hearts 3 director Tetsuya Nomura, and he spoke about trouble his team faced due to illegally obtained ROMs overseas. He mentioned that he is reconsidering future worldwide simultaneous relationships as a result of the leak. So he also says, after this incident, I can't help but reconsider things like simultaneous worldwide releases, at least for physical editions of games I work on from here on out, he told Famitsu. And then he goes on to say the risk of simultaneous worldwide releases is high. So the risk is high when you're doing that. But now here's the thing, Tristan. So when you hear this, you're probably thinking, how many hundreds got out, right? And I'm not saying that this couldn't have been ripped and put online. But when you hear this, and I'm not saying that he can't feel, and I can't feel for him, because he created this game, created it for years, wants people to be excited about it, doesn't want people to be spoiled, especially how YouTube is and how YouTube's algorithm is, and people will spoil it. Even if you just search up a few benign things on Kingdom Hearts 3, the algorithm will think that you want to see all these spoilers, and you're like, fuck off. So I get it. But Tristan, take a guess. How many, although you read the article, fuck.
Yeah.
Patchy, take a guess.
It was only 3 or 4 copies? 5?
Yeah, only 4 copies made it out.
Right.
All from the same place. So
Right.
I understand that, you know, he says that he was mainly disappointed because the leak would make fans who were looking forward to the game sad. But you know what would make more fans sad? If thousands, if not millions of people in a region, whatever that region is, can't get the game because it's delayed due to 4 games making it out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that they didn't get ripped and put online, to be fair. They could have, and again, even some of the people, you know, even though only 4 copies came out, if it was 4 people independently streaming and posting that stuff online, believe me, don't get me wrong, that's terrible. But I think 4 million is a lot larger than 4 copies.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's going about this the wrong way.
Yes, and I understand where he's coming from because, you know, I do get it. Like, you don't want your stuff to be leaked, especially when you've worked on this game for over 10 years and you've been trying to craft this experience for fans, and now these fans are going to get leaked. Some of them don't even want to have, you know, to look at these leaks, but they're getting thrust upon them. I get it. But this isn't like looking at this, and granted, we don't know what he means by we're reconsidering it. But if reconsidering it means Japan is first, guess what? If you're worried about leaks, Japan's gonna get it first, and then everyone else is gonna see it on YouTube anyway a month later. Exactly. So I understand why he's upset. I just think that maybe he's acting a bit too this is a bit too close to home for him, and it's a bit too, you know, it's something that just happened. Maybe you ask him this in about a month or a year from now, he'll think differently. But you see where I'm coming from, though,
maybe
Tristan.
He'll get enough from fans being like, please don't do this.
Yeah, no, because, you know, Tristan, you see where I'm coming from. Like, more people in the US would be spoiled by Japanese audiences legally talking about this, and Japanese articles and stuff like that legally talking about it. The only difference is that 4 people, again, I don't know about online, but just looking at the amount of copies, 4 people didn't pay for it.
Right. Out of and
millions. I mean, we're not going to talk about the numbers here, but I believe it sold.
That game got bought a lot.
I believe more than 5 million sales worldwide. Yeah. It might have been worldwide or US. I don't have the numbers in front of me. We're not talking about the numbers right now, but with how many, Patchy knows, right, Patchy? Just looking at something.
I did see recent, like, I forget what the exact number was, and it might have been a fan group that was, I think it was a fan group that was sharing it, and so I'm not sure where the post originated, but it was a thank you for, like, the amount of copies that were sold. And it was like, yeah.
So it shows you that, you know, as long as the leaks, because look, if hundreds of leaks, if it was leaked like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was,
Right.
Or Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, the way those were fucking leaked. When those were like I forgot how someone data mined something, but they were
Yeah,
actually posting the game on YouTube. Yeah, I would actually sit there and be like, you know what, Nomura, we gotta show people that you can't no, because like when it comes to leaks, like I'm so draconian when it comes to leaks when they come out en masse. I'm like, if things have to be delayed, it just shows you, hey, don't leak stuff, and you tell those people who've leaked stuff essentially to fuck off. But when it is 4 copies that have made it out, and it is still sold so much, and I didn't hear anything about it being leaked on YouTube. I know that you and I, if we didn't hear about it, we would have heard other people in our friend group talking about it.
Yeah, I had heard
one. Okay.
Like, I not on YouTube per se, but I had heard that it had been leaked.
No. We heard that it was leaked, but like I'm saying that like we would have heard from our friend group, like, well, I fucking know how Kingdom Hearts 3 looks.
Right.
We
Yeah.
would have had people in our friend group being infuriated the same way that I remember Satish Ram was infuriated because he was sitting here like, I look up Pokemon stuff on YouTube and now I know how Sun and Moon is ending because of people posting posting gameplay footage and then in the thumbnail having the leak.
Right.
And then same people, same situation, not with Satish or with people that we know when those guys play or those guys on the radio, but with people who leaked Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In Mexico, when those copies got leaked and released online, people just streaming it on Twitch or just showing it on YouTube and people being like, great, now I know who's been spoiled, or that people are spoiling me thinking, well, why does it matter? It's only like one villain. And it's like, but it's a villain that I didn't know about. Stop spoiling, right? YouTubers being upset and stuff like that. But in this case, I heard nothing about it. And I would love if you guys have heard stuff about this down below, like, no, actually, I was spoiled. Please tell me. I would love to hear your story. Maybe we're wrong and it was a bigger deal than I thought. But as far as I know, Nomura's saying this due to the fact that he's upset. Okay. But so many more people would be spoiled by not releasing this than actually releasing this worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if this happened a second time, even if it was 1 copy, I get it. I get where he'd be coming from. But like... this to me, this wasn't a big deal or as big a deal as it could have been. And also, and this is a side note, maybe give me incentives to try to get it digital instead of selling a digital copy for $60. Maybe sell it for 45 or 50. Give me a day one, because if you're gonna sit there, because even though he was talking about physically, so he's not saying that digitally they wouldn't release it on day one in other territories, but maybe give me another incentive for wanting it digitally. Why do I want a game digitally rather than physically? When I'm not talking about Square Enix or Nomura, I'm talking about any company. Why? And I know Nomura isn't in charge of that stuff, but like, why would I want to buy a game for $55 or $60 digitally when my PS4's hard drive can crash?
Right.
And instead I can buy the game physically for $60, and if my hard drive crashes, well, that's terrible. Hopefully my save data is in the cloud, but even if it's not, well, I reinstall the game, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what you think about this, Tristan, but I think Nomura a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I think maybe they should, have better, tighter security, perhaps. But 4 copies, that's not bad at all, especially in a world of leaks. For
a game that's been expected for so long.
Like, let's think about Doctor Who right now, right? We're on the 13th Doctor, right?
Yeah.
I already know the name of the 16th Doctor. We live in a world of leaks.
I already know the name of the 16th.
We are in a world of leaks. So I think that when you look at the fact that 4 copies made it out, and it does not, and the game is sold as much as it's sold, I think it's a job well done.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think it's a job well done. But tell me what you guys think down below.